The Princess and the Forest of Lost Wishes. Please subscribe to my channel for more magical stories. Once upon a time, in a sun-dappled valley nestled between whispering mountains and shimmering rivers, there lived a kind-hearted princess named Seraphina. She was not only beloved by her people for her wisdom and laughter, but she also held a secret talent that no one else in the kingdom knew. She could hear wishes. Not the loud, spoken-out-loud birthday kind, but the quiet heart whispers that people made when they truly needed something. And Seraphina believed every single one deserved to be heard. One day, as the sun rose with golden fire and lit up the castle spires, Seraphina awoke with a strange hum in her ears. The wishes were louder than usual. Louder but distant, muffled like they were calling from very far away. She followed the sounds through the castle, down into the gardens, past the meadows and into the forest, a place the villagers warned her not to go. The forest was ancient, and many believed it was enchanted. It was called the Forest of Lost Wishes. Legend said that anyone who entered would become lost, and their deepest wish would never come true. But Seraphina was not afraid. She believed wishes were never truly lost, just misplaced. So with a lantern in her hand and her royal cloak wrapped around her shoulders, she stepped past the twisted trees and entered the forest. It was darker than she expected. The trees had faces, old and wise, and they watched her pass without blinking. Vines moved like snakes, shifting just out of reach. But Seraphina didn't turn back. She whispered to the forest, "I am here to listen." Then the air changed. The wishes began to whisper back. A child wishing for their lost dog to return. An old woman longing for her daughter to forgive her. A young scribe hoping to one day write a book that mattered. Seraphina followed each wish as if it were a thread, and as she moved deeper, she began to collect these threads, not with her hands but with her heart. And the forest changed. The twisted trees softened. The shadows lightened. Flowers began to bloom where she walked. After a long while, she found a clearing with a stone pedestal. On it rested an old mirror. Around it were floating lights, wishes that had been lost, still searching for someone to hear them. The mirror shimmered, and Seraphina saw not her own face, but the faces of those who had made those wishes. She touched the glass and one by one the lights entered her heart. She made a promise then. She would find a way to return these wishes. When she left the forest, the trees bowed. The vines waved goodbye. She returned to the castle not empty-handed, but filled with stories, memories, and promises to fulfill. And fulfill them she did. She returned the lost dog to the child, reunited the old woman with her daughter, and helped the young scribe publish his first book, which would go on to be loved across the kingdom. But her greatest act was sharing the truth. The Forest of Lost Wishes was not a curse, but a place of listening. And so she built a library at the forest's edge where people could come to whisper their wishes into enchanted leaves. Each night, Seraphina would visit, collecting the leaves, listening with her heart, and doing what she could to help each one come true. And so, the kingdom flourished, not with gold or power, but with hope. Princess Seraphina became known not just as royalty, but as the guardian of wishes. And she lived a long, joyful life, listening, helping, and reminding everyone that no wish is ever truly lost, as long as someone dares to believe. The end.